Why is the theater so important, you ask? Hello, my name is Lisa Marling. A critical challenge for arts education has always been the difficulty with finding empirical evidence for why the arts are so important. It's been hard to measure, difficult to show on standard tests. But I offer that many of my university students have shared that their knowledge acquisition and their language acquisition started with the arts, with the ability to color, to paint, finger painting, dancing, music, play acting. What child hasn't gotten in mom and dad's clothes and come bouncing out in shoes that are too big, or a hat that flops over their face? That is so important to a child learning to be a child and be a human being and be a part of a community. The ability to find out who they are and how they fit into the bigger picture.
The arts are the truest form of self-expression, often in a world where we're put in a box, where you have to be a certain person for a certain amount of time. When you're involved and indulged into the greater community, that goes away. There's no guidelines to be an artist. You do your truth, and that's what's so amazing, especially about theater. It's incredible to have an environment like this that's so welcoming of everyone in the community outside. And most importantly, I think that it's a continued growth.
Nothing does that like theater and like the arts, like the ability to work through problems and issues by painting, by dancing, by singing.
I got into theater by, for a long time I've been in theater, but what brought me back to community theater was actually quite a significant event in my life. I was at the top of my field working at Motorola. I was a systems engineer when my son went missing, and they found his body 3 months later in Chicago. I had been doing like children's musicals. We even had some directing them and choreographing them. But when my Leon went missing, I kind of stopped everything. I stopped theater. I stopped my life. When I came back to Ohio, I had the opportunity to do again, get involved in theater, at teaching at the high school and doing community theater, and it is like a haven for me. It does my heart good. It is a balm on my soul, and that may sound silly and trite to you, but it's the truth. It's my truth.
One such story is a young lady. Her name was Makan Love, from Haiti. I worked in international development, and a lot of what I did there in the educational systems was the arts. The day that I showed up in Haiti, she wanted so badly to sing to me. And she did not speak English, but she had spent months learning a song to sing to me in English. The day that I left Haiti and flew out, the earthquake happened. And the orphanage in which Makan Love lived pancaked down upon itself. There's no rebar in these buildings. They're all concrete, flat concrete, one on top of another. And we lost many of the students and faculty at that particular orphanage school. But one of the things that happened was so miraculous. that I want to share it with you because it has to do with the arts. Mac and Love had learned to sing that song, and that night in the darkness, as people were clawing through the dirt and the debris, as the cries were coming out, as people were screaming, in the distance, down in a deep hole, people heard Mac and Love singing. Her voice sang all through the night so that in the darkness, the people digging for her would not lose her. And come daybreak the next morning, still singing that song she had learned for me, they found her. She survived. She lost an arm. But I am told that she still sings. That's the power of the arts.
I'm a student that's currently attending Miami Valley CTC for media and video production. Theater is extremely important to me because it has helped me learn how to express myself. It's also helped me learn how to become more outspoken and how to speak in general, like my English skills, speech, something that I've become very skilled in. And I also love having a place to go where I feel like I belong. It's such an amazing feeling to get on the stage and put on a performance that no one's ever going to forget.
I started out in theater, going on 10 years ago. My first job was to open the door for the little old ladies that came to the theater who couldn't manage the door. And since then, I think I've had every job imaginable. I've worked in the sound booth, I've worked lights, I've worked backstage, I regularly billed for shows, and during a show that I acted in, I actually met my wife. There are so many fun things to do, painting and working with your neighbors towards a common goal. It is just so much fun to be here. We also have roles in the front of house as ushers and concession people, tickets folks, board member positions. I've served on the board as well. So much to do both in front of the audience and behind. Costuming, lights, sound.
I'm a senior at the Eaton High School, and I've been doing theater since 2010. Theater is really important to me, especially when it comes to school, because it gives me something to look forward to every day, and it gives me a schedule that I know. I have play practice from 6 to 8. I have to do my homework before then, and it's really also given me a community, friends that I can be in shows with, and more than just the people at school.
The theater and the arts are so important to a child's growth. If my school didn't fund arts and make it a priority, I would not be living my dream and going to my dream school, Savannah College of Art and Design, next year to fulfill my dreams of becoming a director and a producer of movies. And I'm so thankful for that. And with your help, the community and the Star Theater at Eagles Point can grow and help kids just like me live their dreams.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit theater. What that means is that we rely on the community that we serve to support us. What that means is we are a volunteer organization and we need you. In a community, we can build so many bridges across so many gulfs by simply coming together and allowing the arts to fill our souls.